Hello everyone, welcome back to the Core Gaming channel. This is Core, and today we are going to be continuing our campaign on Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters. So, to bring you up to speed, when we last played, we had just played the very first non-tutorial mission, although you could make the argument that they're all fairly tutorial at this point. So we had taken no damage on our Grey Knights, a little bit, but all of them are still good to go, ready for duty. We had started the repair on the Augurium, which will give us some nice abilities later on, and the next step is going to be waiting for the Poxwalker Necropsy and starting to move towards some of these other infestation missions. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Looking at these two, the difference I think is, well, I don't think we'll actually get to either one in time, unfortunately, but perhaps, yeah, it looks like neither one of these will be able to finish, and I think that might be by design. So, we'll just start moving towards one, and go from there. But in any case, I'm looking forward to crafting a little bit more of our game plan around some of the Grey Knights that we get, and especially considering the Execution Force DLC, which is something that we haven't experienced yet, or at least I have not. I'm looking forward to that as well. I do know some of the assassins are very, very cool, and the reviews speak very, very highly of it. So, ship project complete. Repair the Augurium. The Prognosticar Choir is functional once again. So, we'll go ahead and take a look at the ship status, see what we want to do next. So we have 11 servitors, and we could improve reactor output. We need improved reactor output to get most of these, I believe. Almost everything, yeah. And then the only other thing that we can get is the Augurium level 1. So I think we'll go ahead with that. It is 4 servitors and 18 days. That's going to be very, very useful in the future. And it will be critical to get the plasma reactor here, but this will start as soon as we get some more servitors. Now, if I go to, and I'm going to blank on all of this since it's been a while, I don't think we've actually gotten any of the stratagems just yet. That's fine.
We have restored functionality to the Augurium and should review our Prognosticar Choir. When Prognosticars are attuned to a system, they will extend the mission timer in all adjacent systems.
All right. So, obviously, we don't want to put it on something like this, which only has access to 2. So we'll probably look for a... We may actually just hold off for right now until we can find something that's not connected to only 3 planets.
We cannot afford to sit on our hands while the bloom spreads unchallenged.
All right.
Commander.
Oops. A little too close. We will not be able to reach all missions before they expire. Reconstruction of the warp drive and Augurium systems would make it easier to reach missions with time to spare. A good teaching point, my Mechanicus friend.
This Poxwalker was one of the Imperial faithful, afflicted with a strain of mutagenic virus. There is no doubt we are dealing with the work of the plague god Nurgle. This must be the bloom whispered of in those astropathic fragments. Within the carcass, I found a germ of some ancient power corrupted with a foul psychic resonance. This seed is used to spread the virus. Of that I am certain, but it arrived to me damaged, and there is little else I can learn from it. In order to study how we might fight this plague, I must acquire one of these seeds completely intact. I can instruct your brothers on how to extract these specimens properly. Please ensure they pay attention. The Emperor loathes indolence. Let's not disappoint him.
All right. And that exposes us to...
This is Inquisitor Cartha Vakir of the Ordo Malleus. I am alumnus of Evixia Danica. Access code, Clarion, Magenta, 11-17-21. I require immediate response from Titan.
This is Grandmaster Vardan Kai responding, Inquisitor. This act borders on heresy. The screams of the astropods you burned already reverberate through the warp. It is fortunate for you that I am prosecuting a campaign in the nearby Chimera system. I suggest you explain yourself, and quickly.
Grandmaster, I have commandeered the baleful edict. We face...
You have seized a Grey Knight strike cruiser.
As is my right. I have foreseen dire omens for this sector. Already Nurgle's poxwalkers roam free.
Oh, indeed. I'm surprised an agent of your pedigree is not equipped to deal with such lesser threats of chaos. Agravain, perhaps you can clear up this nonsense for me.
My lord, he fell in battle during our last campaign against the Cadium cult. We had been returning to Titan for repairs when this Inquisitor intervened.
Ah, Brother Ektar, that is sorry news. I trust then that you have appointed one of our brothers to act in his stead. Well, speak up then, Commander. What say you to this Inquisitor's story?
Alright, so this is going to be a somewhat important part of the campaign, as who we agree with makes some difference in terms of what kind of support we get, either in terms of research, in terms of Grey Knights that are supported, or in terms of straight resources, depending on who you work with. So, for right now, I'm just going to say that we should discuss the Bloom Seed. I don't know if that's the right one, but it is kind of a neutral thing. So,
intriguing. However, the galaxy is full of unsolved mysteries.
I am confident these poxwalkers are the symptom of a much greater cancer. I only need a little time to conduct further research.
Very well. I am not in the habit of second-guessing those under my command, that is, until given a good reason. I will leave the baleful edict in your care.
You have my thanks, Grandmaster, but there is yet another reason I desire to speak with you. As steward of the Armory of Titan, I had hoped you could release further assistance.
Don't thank me yet. I will give you 60 Tertean solar days to prove this threat warrants the deployment of an entire strike force. Battle-worn as it is, Strike Force Xiphos could be put to good use in several campaigns across the galaxy. Any further requisition from my arsenal will have to be earned.
But I... Typical.
After each Grand Master's report, you can spend your requisition to unlock and upgrade armor slots.
alrighty.
The resource slot gives you access to the new Knight reinforcements, servitors, grimoires, and other resources at the end of a mission.
I suppose we're supposed to pick
You
that
can
up,
only
huh?
unlock or upgrade each slot once per report. Slot upgrades increase your chance of accessing more and better equipment and resources.
Alright, fair enough. So, this is going to be how we essentially get better gear, better knights, and so on and so forth. So, for right now, what I'm going to start to do is look at ranged acquisition and melee requisition. War gear and armor are both going to be very, very important, as far as I'm aware. Again, have never finished this game, but I am going to try to take a look at getting some of the higher damage units early, whether that be ranged or melee, because that way, the less time we spend in combat, the better. So, we'll go here and here. And we do have an extra available requisition from the command left over, but at this point, we don't have any use for it. So, we'll hit confirm and go from there. So we now have seed extraction. This is what we can get from enemy units when in the missions, and of course there are specific units that are called out. And if I recall correctly, a melee kill always collects them. I don't recall exactly, but I'm sure the game will tell us. In the meantime, though, we'll start a new set of research. Want to say warp field penetration was quite nice. Yeah, I think warp field penetration is what we want, because that will allow us to do stratagems in general. So while this psychic attunement is nice, it's not really going to be relevant to us immediately. And then this one requires additional green seeds, so we don't have any of those just yet. We'll continue our movement here. Hopefully we'll get some systems with, well, I guess any missions here real soon. So we'll go more towards the center of the map here and just wait for something to pop up. See, when it buzz. Alright. And we have detected 3 new missions. Hopefully they are relatively close together so we can, in fact, do them all at once. Well, I guess close together is a little bit dicey, but let's go ahead and travel over here. I would hope that we can get this other one, but I'm not going to be terribly surprised if we can. It is a little bit far away. But the other thing that we haven't looked at is we haven't looked at what we can actually get from these missions. So in this case, it's going to be 1+ requisition, as well as 2+ requisition for eliminating the seed carriers, and without taking any critical injuries, that's another 1 for a grand total of 4. We also have access to a Demon Hammer, a Storm Bolter, and a rank 2 Purgator from the Armory. So we can use those requisition points to get that. Alternatively, we can look at some of the other stuff. We get a Grimoire from that, as well as 4, which comes in with a Tier 1 Halberd, a Tier 1 Storm Bolter, and a rank 2 Justicar, which would be quite nice. Let's take a look here. How long would it take to get there? No, unfortunately, too long. And then this one is 2 + 2 + 20 Servitors, which is quite significant. A Warding Stave, Silencer, or a rank 3 Interceptor. Ooh, that is quite interesting. So unfortunately, that is not quite what we were hoping for, but this one's still going to be a good start here. I'm not really interested in a rank 2 Purgator, but the Demon Hammer might be nice, and then the additional requisition is probably not bad as well. We'll be able to use the extra 3 during the next phase of our work here. So, let's go ahead and start the mission here. We can see that there is green seed, as well as, let's see, unknown minions of chaos. Yeah. If we had a prognosticar, we would be able to see a little bit more into that.
Glorious deeds are optional objectives that add risk to a mission, but grant requisition rewards on success. You must choose whether to accept before beginning the mission.
All right. And I'm very, very confident that we can. So no problem there. And then as far as our knights are concerned, it might be worth changing out our Purgator for the other Purgator. Let's see. Iolanthus, I apologize. You are a Justicar. So we can change you out for Mithrak Boars, who, if I recall correctly, is in Terminator armor. Yes, he is. So we'll change that out. And then our other Purgator, Caden Rugen, is going to be changed out for Derek Fool. Perfect. And if we take a look here, we can change the ranged weapons that they have available to them. I think we're actually going to go with an incinerator here. I think this might be a DLC weapon. I can't recall. But we'll just go with the standard incinerator here, since we're not going to be fighting too many difficult enemies right now. This will be very, very nice to deal 4 damage over an arc. And also, I believe it has a nice little ability to shoot a flame hazard. Yes, so that will afflict burning and pierce armor, which is nice. Aside from that, let's take a look. I don't think we actually have any war gear, do we? Yeah, I guess we do. So, max WP up. Or, yeah, okay, so max WP up for that. I don't really think that's worth it. Could also heal. Or a grenade. Yep. I think we're going to stick with the grenade on that one. Truthfully, we may just stick with grenades on all of them, except for maybe Voltred. Voltred might be good to have a Sacred Incense on, just to get that max WP up. So, and by the way, WP, whenever I say, is willpower, but that allows our units to use some of their special abilities. It does cause the gauge of chaos to increase, but at this point we're not really that concerned about it. So, I think at this point we're pretty much ready to go, and everyone is as they should be. So, let's go ahead and start the mission.
What do we know of this place, Tech Priest?
Archival data of these coordinates is indecipherable. However, the report from the Augurium is clear. The bloom seeds are below. Our mission is clear.
All right, welcome to the mission here. We have a pretty good idea of where that very first patrol is. I would not be surprised again if there is a patrol in the meantime, but actually it looks like maybe not. We'll see.
The Emperor lights our path.
In the meantime, though, let's go ahead
I
and
am with you.
Ah, there we are.
Knights!
Wasn't very far away either.
See one.
Alright, fortunately our guy did stop right when he was in cover, which is nice. We can likely move to this location, throw a grenade, hurt those guys fairly decently. And if we really wanted to, we could knock this over. I don't think that's going to be worth it. But we could also try, maybe if we did, because you have 3 AP, we could try a teleport to this location and then do a 4 damage strike to everyone. I don't think that's going to be a good plan considering these guys have 9 HP, these guys have 6, so it doesn't kill anyone and leaves them particularly vulnerable. But in the meantime, I think let's just go ahead and move our other units up. We'll take a bit more of a defensive position here.
Standing ready.
With our flamer, that could be quite nice to burn these guys down, but playing it a little bit more safe than sorry, we'll go ahead and move them back. And then lastly, our Terminator. We can move you up here. Pop the Age of Shield. And then you will be essentially our tank for the game. You over here. And then I suppose it's not really a bad thing to do an Overwatch, but I think Age of Shield is going to be better as they move up and do an attack. Alright, without any further ado, let's go ahead and end the turn and see what our opponents are going to do.
Die! Die! Die!
Alright, suppression. Not unexpected at all.
Ah!
But this guy's also going to do suppressive fire on our... I believe can teleport out of this. That does not... carry suppression. Yep, there's the 2.
It is their will. They will not see me here.
And where are... I think there are, what, 3
Come
more?
at me now.
Overwatch, not concerning. I think what we could do, actually, we might be able to knock this down. It does 6 damage, which is strong. It's not going to be able to kill either one of them, but it's a fair bit.
What is your will?
Now, on the flip side, if we toss a grenade here, that will guarantee... Ah, I did take damage on that one. No critical moves up.
Try harder, whelp.
well, I suppose that's that'll come down to me being a dum-dum there.
I'm here to serve.
Let's go ahead and teleport you here.
In an instant.
And then, let's see, can we can attack you and you. And still have one more left over.
The pain will set you free!
And then if we do Force Strike, we'll get it.
You have been judged.
Ah, these gentlemen are hiding here, I see. If we do a Force Strike, we'll only get up to 1 on you.
What is your
Our
will?
Apothecary might be able to... Let's see, how long range is this? This is quite long range. So we'll toss... And it's +3 bleed, so it's quite significant as well. We might even be able to get a grenade over here. Let's see, I don't recall
I am here to serve.
how flexible you are.
Standing ready.
Well, we royally screwed it up with that first maneuver, and this guy's going to take a ton of damage if we don't make use of some significant value here. See, so if we move forward like so,
It will be done.
we should be able to toss a grenade right over top there. Perfect. Ah, there we are.
We slay the darkness.
All right, so you guys have 4, which is unfortunate because we're not quite enough. But, let's see. If we move our Purgator up here, use a grenade to hit that, the bleed will hit them next turn. And while we are using a lot of resources for this, I'm not disappointed considering I absolutely messed myself up early on. So, it's probably for the best. Let's go ahead and melee you. And disable this weapon. Nice. And kill you.
Death makes us stronger. There, I see one.
He's gonna hurt. Unless he does suppressive fire. He hurts. But
Attack! Kill them all! I will fight from here. Die!
oh shoot,
Die!
you know what?
Die!
I realized that bleed applied after
Yes! Tear
their
them
maneuver.
down! Ah!
Yep, alright. Man, we're taking so much unnecessary damage today. Goodness gracious. Alright. As we're getting back into
So
this.
to the unwilling.
Ah! Crazy. Craziness. Alright, move forward, Terminator.
Feel the
We do want to get you as much XP as possible.
destroyed.
Not really going to make any difference here, but good enough.
Unleash me.
So everyone, I think, is going to be taking at least a medium wound, except for, at this point, our Purgator, who has done essentially nothing.
Yes, sir.
Except throw a grenade, which is still nice, don't get me wrong.
Your command.
But let's go ahead and work this through.
Your orders?
And then last but not least, do we want to get a little closer? I don't feel like we really want to do it. I don't think we want to get that much closer right now. We do have one more turn until a Warp Surge. Which, again, not that concerning, I think.
What is your will? Yes, Commander.
Definitely made a mistake, I think,
Yes,
with
Commander.
the Purgator bringing a Flamer. That just isn't what we need for this mission at all.
My blade is yours.
Alright, and then
Yes,
last,
Commander.
there will be this guy moving over here. Okay, and we did stop that. On the flip side, maybe
just wait.
maybe with these
Gods,
with this
watch
group,
over
we're gonna
me.
be okay with the purgatory.
Purge the beasts.
All right. I'm thinking, honestly, what we do is we move back here. We have everyone Aegis shield, and then let them move up towards us. Because we're not going to be able to attack this, which would blow him up. Do they have additional... anything? Hunker down, but that's it. Yeah. Nothing specific. So we'll see what kind of buffs they get from this warp surge here.
Shields us. Your orders?
But I'm hoping not much.
Defenses.
We'll defend you, and then it's going to take 2 willpower, but it's going to be important just to make sure you're okay.
Yes, Commander.
Aegis
The
shield.
Emperor protects. Your orders.
And we'll Aegis on you as well. Alright, let's go ahead and enter and see what they do next. Looks like everyone's being very, very aggressive here.
They will not see me here.
This is a good opportunity for our Purgator. Possibly we could get our intercept over into the back line, try and take out some...
Commander, I
Perfect.
sense a massive spike in warp activity
And the
below.
Aegis shield
It is
blocked
a
us,
warp
as
surge,
expected.
Inquisitor. Such events are common in pitch battles between Psychers.
And yet your brothers have clearly restrained their powers. Something foul is at work below.
Alrighty. Denizens of the warp. Thank you, thank you. You can get rid of the warp surge. Explanation now. So you are a bloated poxwalker, which means, yeah, you blow up. Which we're not pleased with here.
Han.
So if I could attack you, that would still leave me with 1 left.
Here.
So we could do... Afflict Burning.
My blade is yours.
Can you get all 3 of them? Ooh, no, but you can get 2 of them.
Praise the Emperor.
We don't want that because we want to capture the seed carriers. That would be
At your service.
unideal. And you only do 4 damage, and you guys have 5 health.
Your command.
We could make you guys bleed, but then you'd still be able to attack, as I am remembering to the detriment of my squad, unfortunately. We could automagically hurt you guys. 1, 2... Oh, no. That would be nice if you go here, here, and then here. And on the other side, and then we could burn down the last bit. That might not be a bad plan. That might not be a bad plan at all, actually. Yeah.
Curse, it cannot focus. Your
Let's
command.
bring you over here. You'll be able to kill all of them. Flame security. Oh, it does 5 damage? Okay, but... Alright.
Yes,
Memory.
Commander.
In memory. Perfect.
Get up! Get up!
It's not the greatest in the world, but we're okay with it. We'll attack you with 4. You are not mutated. Okay, So this guy can summon additional Poxwalkers. Right now, I'm more concerned about the ranged attacks that are going to be coming our way. But let's see. Oh, I forgot to check. How much damage does he do? He does 4 damage, and he has 4 movement per AP. So to get to us, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he technically shouldn't be able to. Get to us. I'm fairly confident. If I move over here, though, that would unfortunately allow him to do that.
My blade is ever ready.
So let's see. We have 2 AP remaining on this guy. We could just kind of punch him down a little bit. We do have no willpower remaining on him, which is okay. We're not really concerned about that too much.
What is your will?
But we do have plenty of willpower left on you. So if we did Cybolt, that'd drop us down to 7 HP. We could shoot him again, which would drop him down. Oh, because this is outside of half range, so damage is reduced by half. So then if I moved here, we'd be able to do 5 damage each. However, that does leave our Terminator open to a lot of damage. We did already use our other equipment. Let's see, do we want to... We could do a double bleed here. The bleed would be good. That, in fact, yep, that will be exactly. So, +3 bleed on each of these. So this guy only has 6 HP. He will be taking a fair bit of damage here. And then are we... No, we are out of range. Ah, darn it. Because these are only taking 3 damage from the bleed. I think the solution here is definitely to...
Your orders.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we're gonna Aegis you. You have already taken a fair bit of damage, and I really don't want to leave. We may just, you know what, for the sake of our Grey Knights, we may just need to kill this guy. And call it a day here. Because you need to go back into cover. You don't have any willpower. Yep. And then you can kill with a Cybolt.
I am his will.
That's all the seeds accounted for, Commander. But there are war disturbances emerging.
We do have
nearby.
the Guardians
We
of
will
the
begin
Sea
teleport
popping in here.
extraction immediately.
Don't give up now!
But we have 3 turns left. Oh, and it's interesting. A second set of reinforcements? Huh. Here, let's set that.
I will hold them here.
We might take a little bit of damage, but that's probably okay. I think in much the same vein, we will...
The Aegis shield us.
And then go.
The pain!
Plague isn't terrible. It's not great, though.
Eat this!
Ow.
Weak.
And an Overwatch zone. We're okay with that one.
Oh!
Absolutely okay in that
Gods
case.
favor you!
Ah, they have additional reinforcements popping up. And from the backside, we now have 2 sets. Grenadier. And some Poxwalkers. Poxwalkers, not really scary.
Attack!
That's this. Oh, lots of stubbers.
I will I can see one. I
It's kind
will
of
fight
sketchy.
here.
Although we should be able to kill a lot of them very, very quickly, actually.
Unleash me.
Let's hit you. Excellent.
It is finished. What is your will?
How do we want to do this? 4 strike. Oh, we don't have 4 strike. Easy enough. Disable the 7. That leaves you with a very, very minimal ability, but kill you anyway. And then you. I know you're a Terminator, but you're also going to be moving further back. Now, to remind ourselves what Plague does here. You are immune to afflictions. Oh, right. Target suffers 2 damage per turn. Since I don't know if that is immune to shields or not, we're still gonna Aegis. Not that it would make a difference potentially, but let's go ahead and
I have sanctified my rounds.
Storm Bolters
What
are,
is
of
your
course,
will?
quite nice. The Purgator will move
Yes,
here.
sir.
And
Wards activated.
Aegis. I think that should be all. Alright. Yeah, just goes straight through the shield, which expected.
Come at me now.
Alright, Overwatch on our troops here.
Gods, watch over me.
Make it go a little bit faster.
Pain is beneath me.
Alright, so this is a perfect spot for our Purgator to do his work. I would love it if... Can you teleport? Costs 1 willpower. Because you would be able to very quickly dispatch all of these guys. I am fairly certain.
Here.
So if we do Flames of Purity, yep, that would kill every single one of you. So then the question would be... Oh, no! And you didn't do Flames of Purity. Excellent. Well, I guess on the plus side...
The Emperor lights our path.
We have the opportunity to do other stuff. I don't even know. We could just... don't really have any other area of effect. But you only have 1 AP remaining. And if we leave you to your own devices, you're going to take a lot of damage. So as a result, I think the solution is going to be moving these guys over here. Doing some damage, maybe. Can we get all 3 of you? No. We cannot.
My blade is yours.
But I'll tell you what we can do. We can get our boy. So what? Maybe we should get Mithra to do some damage.
Need more rounds.
Unfortunate, but
Sanctified my rounds.
hey, this guy's voice, man, it's cool. Absolutely cool. Alright, so that's most of the Pox walkers down. Excuse me. If we move you... Oh, that's right. You guys are pinned. That's why you have such little... Alright. We'll move right here. That gives us 1. That will allow you to take out this guy. And remember, all we need to do is survive this next round. Which means basically just GTFO. That's about what we're going to be focused on. So let's
It will be done.
get over here.
Charge!
Purgatory is going to take a little bit of damage.
Die!
Hopefully,
Die! Charge! Kill them all!
hopefully they don't
Eat this!
try and kill us. A little bit of damage. One damage there.
You will
Two damage.
fall,
Okay.
monster!
He's a little bit in pain. Just in a little bit of pain. Yeah, we were not prepared for the double reinforcements. That's unfortunate. But hey,
Teleport
that's it.
initiating sequence.
What a messy round. What an absolutely messy match. But everyone survived. No critical injuries, so we did get the full bonus there from the Glorious Deed. And then we'll see how long it's going to take us to get all of our knights back up and running. Oh man, the rust is real. Part of it also is probably that I'm used to being able to be a little bit more aggressive with my knights in terms of some of the abilities that they have. But you know, we're not terribly upset about it. Let's go ahead and pick out
You
what
can
we're going to
select
get.
as many rewards as you like. Unspent requisition can be used after future missions or at the next Grandmaster's report.
Alrighty, so right now we can't do any of the upgrade options right now. That's not super important. Armor break, interesting. We were looking at this demon hammer. I don't necessarily see it being any, you know, super useful. So let's recruit this Purgator, honestly, and we'll add this as well. So that'll leave us with 3 requisition. This was not impressing me. Activate to add 1 stun to the melee attack, but it does just have normal damage, no knockback. So very, very low level, as we kind of expect. Given that almost all of our knights are going to be running with Storm Bolters, I think this is going to be the better option. And having another Purgator in our lineup is not bad per se. It's not. I'd prefer an Interceptor. But that's what we got for right now. Alright. Oh, it looks like Voldred did not take any damage. And otherwise, we got light wounds on all 3 of our knights. We do know that Aegir took a bit of damage there at nearing the end. But 21, 26, and 32 days of wounding. Not the worst thing in the world, honestly. Time does go, fairly quick here, so... Alrighty, that's going to be it for the episode. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.